songs that have lyrics, which most of them do, I guess the type of lyrics really matters when it comes to what a music supervisor might require, right? Because it has to fit with whatever the scene is. Are some lyrics better than others for this?
Absolutely. The phrase, which is pretty commonly used, is universal lyrics. People think, they give that a wrong definition. They think, oh, universal, it will appeal to a lot of people. That's not really what it means. What it means is that it's general enough that it becomes kind of universal in its usages, not universal in its mass appeal. So an example of a lyric that would be difficult to use would be, I met Susie in St. Louis on New Year's Eve under the arch down by the river. How could you use that in a scene that takes place in Wyoming or Paris or anywhere? And even if you were in a scene about a guy and girl that fell in love under the arch in St. Louis on New Year's Eve, it would then be too on the nose, is the common phrase amongst music supervisors, meaning it's too obvious. That's corny at that point to have a song about, oh, I met Susie under the arch on New Year's Eve. So really what you need to look for is the base emotion. What is the root of the emotion that they want the viewer to feel in the scene? Well, in the case of Susie and Bobby, who met under the arch on New Year's Eve, it's new love. It's that bloom in love, that how you feel when you first meet somebody and you're falling in love and you don't realize they've got spinach in their teeth or they pick their nose a lot or any of the other undesirable things that show up at that 6-month period into the relationship after you've moved in together.
Yeah.
So a universal lyric would be, when I'm with you, I feel great. That's universal because it could be applied to a straight couple, a gay couple, daytime, nighttime, at the beach, in the mountains. It's all about how they feel because they met each other. So it becomes universal in its application.
Okay, so are you saying then that if someone had written a song that was more specific, like the example you first gave, Under the Arch in St. Louis, that they might be better off going back and rewriting it with more universal lyrics?
Yes, absolutely. It just makes your stuff so much more usable.
Yeah.
A common misconception among songwriters and musicians in general, as it applies to the film and TV usage of their music, is my song is so frickin' great that you're gonna love it so much that you're gonna wanna put it in your movie. Could be the greatest song in the world. If it doesn't work within the context of the scene, it's not gonna get used. You could have a song that is actually less good, just on a very subjective level, I guess. If you and I heard two songs and went, that one's clearly a better song than that, the music supervisor might actually pick the song that's not as good because it works better in the scene.